Athletes Unlimited Softball League, presented by Nike. A rainy day in Rosemont, Illinois, as we're back for another set of games here in the AUSL's second half of the season. Two teams matching up first that are looking to bounce back. The Blaze and Bandits in front of a sold-out crowd coming off losses last night, hoping to continue their climb in the standings as the march for Tuscaloosa continues. Talons up top, first team to get to 10 wins with a win over the Blaze last night in 5 innings, but the Volts closing the gap on the Bandits, just 4 games back of second place. You got to be in the top 2 if you want to play for the championship at the end of July. Alongside the two-time All-American Amanda Scarborough, I'm Chucky Kemp. Stacey Newman-Denise, the Bandits head coach, told us they would be challenged in this second half. The first question already has been asked of them. How will they respond after they've lost 2 in a row for the first time this year?
I think the biggest thing is just to not panic. They had such a great first half of the season. They are playing really well. But I do think that today against the Blaze is a big game for them to get back on track. And what made them so great in the first half was their offense, led by 3 players in particular that really just kind of broke it open, hitting for average, hitting for power. And the Bandits also have some speed, but 9, 1, and 3 in their order were just tremendous, with Sydney McKinney being able to show some pop down the bottom half of the order, and then also Erin Coffel. Oh my goodness, her slugging percentage has been insane. Her bat has showed up for the AUSL season. And then Morgan Zerkle, the leadoff hitter for the Bandits, has found this home run power, leading the league in home runs. She's hitting more home runs this season already than she has in her entire career. But these 3 put together, hitting for that .429 average, 20 combined extra base hits, 41 RBIs. Look at those numbers compared to the rest of the Bandits offense.
9-1-3 in the order for the Bandits. As dangerous as they come in the league, they'll hope to lead the charge against the Blaze. They'll have to wait till the bottom half, though. Here's who the Blaze send to the plate. An offense that had just 2 hits yesterday and only came to the plate twice. All of these players, the last out was Aaliyah Andrews. She's back in the 9-hole. Corby Otis, Aubrey Leach, Danielle Gibson Horton looking to lead the charge, still without one of the league's best hitters. Missing back-to-back games now, that's Bailey Klingler. They will go up against Sarah Willis in her second year out of Ontario, California. Started her career at Washington, finished it at UCF. She was a GA this year for Cindy Ball Malone. Willis on the season, just making her 3rd start. She's 1-0, but the ERA just above 8. It's an opportunity for the Blaze. Willis, who played in Mexico and Australia over this past year, so she has had a lot of experience. She has strike 1 to Otis.
Emily Kennedy getting the start yesterday, the lefty for the Bandits, and the projected starter for tomorrow's game, game 3 for them in the series, is Lexi Kilfoyle. So Stacey Newman-Denise giving some innings to some younger players, and Sarah Willis and Emily Kennedy being a rookie that she wants to see out there.
There is that changeup we'll see so often. If you want to get hit by a pitch, that's the one to do it against, as Otis will take first.
Yeah, in fact, that changeup is the pitch that she will throw the most. It's the pitch that she also throws the most for a strike. 33% of the time, she will mix that pitch in, and it only comes in at about 47 miles an hour. Her fastest pitch is actually her curveball at 68. Mixing that drop and screwball too. So staying more down in the zone compared to what a rise ball pitcher would do.
Leach trying to bunt Otis to second. Aubrey 0 for 1 with a walk yesterday, struck out looking. Faremo for the Talons struck out the side in the first inning. All backwards case. Otis, Leach, Gibson, Horton all went down looking on strikes. Leach falls behind 0-2.
Seeing early the defensive rotation from the Bandits with Sydney McKinney, aforementioned, playing 3rd base. Skylar Wallace right next to her, and then Erin Coffel at 2nd.
Slow roller, this is what Aubrey Leach does so well. Wasn't gonna have a play anyway, but Wallace slipped on the turf. It's been raining here for a little over an hour now, and it's been kind of on and off. It's been pretty steady the last 30 minutes.
I'm not sure if they would have had a play regardless, because this is just so perfectly placed, and once it gets past Sid McKinney and both of the defenders on the left side go down to their knees with the speed of Leach, she's going to get in there. Willis
catches the outside corner for strike 1. This is Danielle Gibson Horton. one of the bats with the most power on this Blaze roster. Couple home runs, 14 RBIs, and 3 doubles. All 3 of those numbers either tied for or lead this Blaze offense. Fouls that off, strike 2. It seems like the first time we saw Danielle Gibson Horton was on SportsCenter when she was a sophomore at Arkansas when she hit for the home run cycle. That was back in 2019. Solo home run, 2-run home run, 3-run, and a grand slam, all in one game. Left side, caught in the air by McKinney. No chance for a double play.
Well-hit ball, and Sydney McKinney even just triple checking, like, did I catch that in the air? Did it hit the ground? Do I need to step on third? Trying to double off Aubrey Leach at first base.
It's an interesting matchup today because these two played right before the break. They played a 4-game series in Wichita. The Bandits took 3 of 4, but combined they hit .361. Scored 57 runs and had 79 hits last night, and they didn't play last night. They're switching up the matchups today. These two teams would have combined for 5 hits. And the Bandits didn't have one entering the 6th inning. They got all 3 of theirs in the 6th and 7th.
The Blaze's offense has been their strength, and want to continue the way that they're swinging the bat in the first half of the season. Just need some better pitching performances to back it up.
Gold into right field. That bounces in front of Bubba Nichols-Camarena. The 11th hit for Anna Gold with runners on base. Has 15 on the season.
And she's been such a productive rookie. And I say productive because both defensively and offensively, just being able to do a lot and contribute to this Blaze team as that ball just hit on the ground before Bubba Nichols-Camarena can get her glove to it. Blaze, a huge opportunity for them. You see Sarah Willis in the circle, not the ace of a Lexi Kilfoyle or Taylor McQuillan on the Bandits pitching staff, and you want to be able to capitalize and score early in this game against one of the best teams in the league.
Talked a lot about this Blaze season, how close the margins have been for them to be maybe 5-6 wins right now and really be in the hunt. This is one of those moments for them that feels like it could sway this game in a big way early on. You mentioned it. Stacey Newman-Denise giving Sarah Willis an opportunity to start here. The Blaze with a chance to capitalize in the first inning in a bases-loaded situation with just 1 out, and Kowalik ahead 2-0.
Well, especially worth mentioning early in this game that Bailey Klingler would have come up in this inning too. She did not play last night, unable to play tonight as well. We'll see what tomorrow brings for her. She's able to get back into the lineup, but she potentially could be up in a situation right now. Bailey Klingler, all she did the first half was lead the league in terms of batting average, hitting .500, just hit after hit, line drive after line drive, but unavailable today.
Kowalik ahead 3-0 now. There's strike 1. Willis had only thrown 1 ball to the first 4 batters. The changeup on the outside corner.
Getting about 2 balls off of the plate, getting the call to go her way. Saw an expanded strike zone last night. We're used to seeing a bigger strike zone than in the college game, but some of these pitches have been in the other batter's box tough to hit.
Has to protect now. 3-2. Lets it go. Ball 4. Kowalik walks, and the Blaze score the first run of the game. Just the 3rd time this year that they have scored first, and just the 5th time this year that the Bandits have not.
capitalizing on the free passes. It was a Corby Otis hit by pitch that started this inning.
Number 86, McKenzie Clark.
They have matched their total base runners from last night as far as hits and walks go. 2 walks, 2 hits yesterday.
Well, uncharacteristic too, Chucky, of the Bandits pitching staff walking in a run in last night's game and then walking in a run in today's game. You just don't see that a ton. And as much as we talk about their offense, their pitching staff was very solid in the first half of the season. Maybe a little bit of nerves, feeling some pressure, not sure, but walking in runs in both games.
1-1 to McKenzie Clark, who's got some pop. Couple home runs on the season. The average down below 200, though. Clark 0 for 2 last night. 1-1 from Wallace.
We talked about this before the game, but with the amount of times in first strike that Sarah Wallace throws her changeup, she throws that pitch the most out of any pitch that she chooses to throw. I'd go up looking for that pitch. You know you're going to get it. Be sitting on 51 miles an hour and just get on time with that. Another one.
Waited on that right to Nichols Camarena. Runner coming home, though. Leach has good speed, and she scores. The Blaze will happily take that out from McKenzie Clark.
Recognizing that changeup, like we were talking about, a line drive that she just hits the other way. So I like the mentality and the approach that Clark went up to bat with. Runner at third base, trying to drive the ball to the right side and in the air to the outfield. Another run scored for the Blaze.
Nisa Ortez was 1 for 2 and scored the lone run last night for the Blaze in a 9-1 loss to the Talons. Kowalik will take second. Ortez has driven in 8 on the season. She's been someone who's had some great power over the years. 7 home runs over the last 2 summers in the leaderboard format for Athletes Unlimited. McKinney off the turf takes care of it. The Blaze strand 2, but they get 2 and take an early lead. Something they have not often done this season, but a great start.
Those are good shoes.
3 days of double headers in Rosemont. We're on day 2. All 3 days sold out here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. They get to see the Blaze take an early lead over the Bandits in the top of the first. A dangerous offense for the Bandits, and certainly think they would be hungry after what happened last night. Just 3 hits. They all came in the last 3 frames. Did score 3 runs in the 7th and had the winning run at the plate with 2 outs. Skylar Wallace in the 2-hole. She's hit safely in 11 of 13 games. Last night, 0 for 4, couple strikeouts. Her and Zerkle and Bella Dayton down in the 6-hole combined to go 0 for 12. I add Dayton in there because she's also hitting .390 entering this week. They'll be looking to bounce back big against someone making her professional debut. Aaliyah Benford from New Braunfels, Texas, played at Baylor and then finished her college career at Ole Miss, making history alongside Jamie Traxel in Oxford, leading the Rebels to their first ever Women's College World Series. She was excellent down the stretch, Amanda. 11 innings in their 2 games in Oklahoma City, just 2 runs allowed. They were both unearned.
Against the best competition that she faced all year in the postseason, really the entire month of May, with the way that she pitched in the regional and then in the super regional and then head into the Women's College World Series. We learned that she is a competitor. None of those runs were earned runs against her. She mixes speeds like crazy with a few variations and different types of changeups and keeps the ball down in the zone. So this is definitely going to be big-time learning opportunity. Is Kayla Kowalik back behind the plate, learning Aaliyah Benford, even down to just trying to get the pitch comm right and get it squared away, maybe turning it on for the first time, which it is a tricky button to turn that little guy on. A little smile from her. Her nerves are flowing, but she's a competitor. She's pumped to be out there.
It's funny because Danielle Gibson Horton is the one who helped her with that, and she's having trouble again. Danielle was on the wrong side of an Aaliyah Benford great performance in Supers at Arkansas. when Ole Miss went there and beat the Razorbacks. Danielle, an assistant for Arkansas. Benford was one of Ole Miss's stars all the way through the postseason.
And it's raining fairly hard right now, too, and I'm sure she's not thrilled that in her debut, it is a little bit of rain. Pitchers, not their favorite to pitch in is the rain, Chucky. It's something you got to do at times, but not favorite.
It's raining harder and harder by the second right now. 0-1 to Morgan Zerkle. That's the first batter Benford gets to face, who's been one of the best hitters in the league. Last night, 0 for 4. That snapped a 7-game, not just hit streak, multi-hit streak.
Meaning she had multiple hits in that hit streak, right, in the game?
7 straight games with multiple hits.
And props to the fans for showing up on a gray, gloomy, kind of rainy day. It's been like this all day here in Rosemont, and the fans just still showed up. Sell out last night, sell out tonight, and sell out tomorrow. Props to the fans for getting here as that one slips out of the hand of Benford. We'll see if this rain gets a little bit harder. They're going to have to be paying close attention at pitches like that, honestly, out of the pitcher's hand to see if they're able to get a grip and can pitch in this rain coming down.
Aaliyah Benford's last performance was May 30th against Oregon at the Women's College World Series. So basically 5 weeks to the day as she returns to the circle. June 1st, she posted on Instagram, and the post started with, "As my softball career comes to an end." She thought it was over for her. And here she is back as a professional. That's out to Corby Otis in left field. First batter she faces, first out.
And remember, she can swing it a little bit too. So with the Blaze picking her up, they get a really good athlete that can change speeds, and competitors going to throw a lot of strikes. She works my pitching event, the Pitching Angel Experience, and one of the first things that I learned about her that she said to the younger pitchers who were there is just the importance of a changeup for her and how she varies her speeds all the time. And I was looking at her, I'm like, I didn't know this about you, but she constantly changes speeds, throws off speeds, changeups. Like, that is her game to keep hitters off balance.
I actually think it was a changeup that ended supers for Arkansas. She struck out the final batter of the game on a changeup.
That's it. That pitch is nasty coming out of her hand. You can hear the rain getting harder too. It's really coming down.
1-1. Popped up by Wallace. And I'm not sure they found that ball. Gibson Horton looked up. The rain got in her eyes, and then I think the same thing happened to Kowalik.
Man, I really feel for Aaliyah Benford right now. You're probably so excited to start your first professional game in your career, and it's pouring.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the threshold is, but it is really coming down right now.
That's what she threw at Ole Miss. Drop, change up, curve, majority of the time.
And Kayla Kowalik essentially is going to have to switch balls every time that thing hits the turf, which she just dried that one with the towel.
It's so tough to go to that towel too, and that's tied to your pants or your belt there, because it starts to get wet. So when you go to wipe your hand, your towel is even wet.
Wallace fighting off pitches. Rosin help at all in this situation, or are you just kind of fighting an uphill battle?
Just fighting an uphill battle with it, because it's just going to continue to get a little wet, even when you go to that towel.
Now a 3-2 count to Wallace.
I'm so impressed by these fans. Like, nobody has really gotten up even when it's gotten a little bit harder. And what a great day to have a bucket hat giveaway, because they all have them on.
Ground ball for Leach. Got to be quick to get Wallace. Not quick enough. Couldn't quite get it out of the glove. Probably going to go down as an infield single for Skylar Wallace.
Yeah, for sure. There's so much speed with her. She can hit for some power, so you have to respect that. But with the location that this pulls Aubrey Leach up the middle of the field, she's playing deep. Easily, Skylar Wallace is going to get down the line. This gets to max speed quickly, too.
Now batting number 21, Aaron Coffel.
I mean, but really, what a great day for a bucket hat giveaway, because it's already being used with a lot of these fans. I look down and I see so many blue bucket hats.
You upset you didn't get one?
A little bit. But somebody else needs them, you know, because we're covered, so we're not in the rain like the fans, so they need it more than I do.
Here's Aaron Coffel. Falls behind 0-2.
USL and Athletes Unlimited have just done such a great job getting fans here with the giveaways, the braid bar, the merchandise that they have. Just so many different things to do here for fans. Incredible job.
Coffel into right field, deep, over the head of Clark. Wallace had to hold up for a second. She's still going to come around to score, and Coffel's into third with a triple.
You would have told Erin Coffel that she would have 3 triples in 14 games. I don't think that she would have believed you, but it's because she's done such a great job of going with pitches to the right side. It just gets out of the reach of McKenzie Clark, and Stacey Newman-Denise easily going to score Skylar Wallace with her speed, but also you have to realize that when the defenders pick up the ball in the outfield, the ball is going to be wet, so you challenge them even more. And Erin Coffel, her 3rd triple this season, which leads the AUSL.
Her on-base percentage is right around 700 right now, which is incredible. She's been hit by 9 pitches. She's walked 6 times, 9 extra base hits.
Her OPS is pushing 2,000 on the year. On-base percentage plus slugging percentage. Bring those two together, and that slugging percentage only going to go up.
Nichols Camarena now. A 1-0 count. Sits on that pitch, jumps up at Ortez to throw home, and they get Coffel. It was close. Kowalik caught it awkwardly. I don't think they're going to challenge, though.
I don't think so either. Skylar Wallace got a great jump, and you could see that Ortez picked it up right away, knew what to do with it. But again, you go with that challenging the defender even more because it's rainy. The ball, as it travels through the air on the ground, is going to pick up some moisture to get on the softball. And so when you go to throw it, it's going to be a little bit slippery. They're still able to get an out. Good job by Kayla Kowalik. That throw is on the wrong side of the bag, and then she has to turn to get her former teammate, Aaron Coffel. Kentucky on Kentucky right there.
Whiz ground ball, backhanded by Gold, steps up. Low throw picked by Gibson Horton over at first. The Bandits respond with 1, but Aaliyah Benford, solid start, her professional debut.
Let's hear it if you want friends in low places. Make some noise.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is sponsored by Nike. The ponchos are out. 2-1. The Blaze lead the Bandits as we go to the 2nd inning. Couple hits for each of them. Already just 1 shy of their combined total from last night's losses that they both took to the Talons and the Volts. Sarah Willis back out for her 2nd inning of work. Trying to slow down the Blaze offense. We got off to a great start.
Up now for the Blaze, number 90, Allie Newland.
Allie Newland gets the start tonight in the 8-hole as the DP for the Blaze. Takes strike 1 from Willis. Last night, 16 ABs, just 4 batters reached. Scored 1 run. Today, 4 ABs, 4 have reached 2 runs.
Better start for both teams, actually.
Bandits were getting no hit going to the 6th inning against Rachel Garcia, and then ended up in a position where they could have won that game. Lost 5-3.
Well, we'll see if this ends up being like their 4-game series that they played each other in Wichita, where Bandits took 3 of 4, but combined, both teams hit 361. 3 of those games, the team scored 11 runs. The other game that did not score 11 runs, the winning team scored 9. So just high-scoring games, a lot of offense in Wichita between both of these teams.
12 combined home runs in that 4-game series. 10 of them belong to the Bandits. But the Blaze won the last game of that series to end the first half of the season. Then the Bandits lose last night to the Volts for their first 2-game losing streak of the year. It's a 2-2 count to Allie Newland, another LSU Tiger in the AUSL. One of a number of them playing alongside another one in Aaliyah Andrews. It's fouled away into the parking lot. Newland out of the reserve player pool. We've already seen her play for the Volts this year. Was reassigned to that player pool, though, after she was no longer needed, and the Blaze said, we'll take her.
You get some diversity with Allie Newland, along with another left-handed bat.
Who sends it into right field. It's going to be extra bases for Newland. Into second, where she'll hold up with a double.
To see these new players contributing. Sits back on a changeup. Supposed to be a little bit more inside. You see Jordan Roberts kind of lean more back over at the middle of the plate, and Allie Newland looked like she was coming up more so looking for that changeup. It's a little bit elevated, good pitch to hit, 45 miles an hour, but extra base hit for Allie Newland. These new players for the Blaze, and Aaliyah Binford and Allie Newland stepping up so far.
Back-to-back Tigers. Here's Aaliyah Andrews. You're talking about Newland, though, and her versatility. What do you like most about her?
The fact that she can play both outfield and catch, and she hits left-handed, which, interesting enough, both of their catchers are in that same boat with Kowalik, also somebody that can play outfield and catch. So just really athletic catchers that they have, especially with Taylor Edwards, a longtime veteran, being on the IL.
Aaliyah had an RBI double when she burned the left fielder last night. Scored the only run for the Blaze. They led in that game, 1-0, heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. That was scoreless through 2. Ended up a 9-1 win for the Talons. The rain continues. Willis trying to find any way she can to get a grip on the ball right now. Bounces it into Roberts. Newland up to 3rd.
That's the thing about being a runner at second base, is that you just have such a good view of the pitch coming out of the hand of the pitcher and where it's going to end up. So you see that ball end up on the ground. She already got a good jump, and then it gets away from Jordan Roberts, so easily gets into third base. But when you're a base runner at second base, you have such a great view of where that pitch is going to end up.
Sarah Willis kind of changed her positioning of the ball there. She kept it in front of her that time and down out of the rain as they get Andrews to ground out. The previous pitch, she kind of had the ball on her hip when she was waiting for the call, and I just wonder if, I don't know if somebody said something or if she just kind of felt like, okay, I gotta hide it from the rain a little more.
I think that's probably what it is, trying to get it out of the rain as much as she can, keep it in her glove as long as she can. Go into her rosin, seeing if that's going to give her a little bit better of a grip on it, but try to protect that ball as much as she possibly can and keep it in her glove protected as long as she can. She has such a deliberate windup too, where her glove moves away from the ball for a second or two before it comes back together. So that ball is going to be exposed, and she's trying to minimize it as much as she can, but it's a part of her routine. So right here, she'll get her grip, and then look what she does with her glove as she moves it away and then back in.
It's different than college. It's not the 20-second clock, it's 15. So it can kind of get rushed here when you're going to the rosin every time. And there's 8 seconds right now, 7-6 when she steps on the rubber, and then she's getting the sign and has to throw it in about 5 seconds. There's the changeup. Otis sat on it. This is tailing from Zerkle off the base of the wall. Otis headed for second, and the third run of the game comes across for the Blaze.
Tell that they're starting to go up and see that changeup a little bit better. Newland with a double off of the changeup, and now Corby Otis just sits back big time. I mean, she was looking for that speed in her legs, great extension. That is a punish ball, 76 miles an hour off of the bat, gets her an RBI and an extra base hit.
It's funny, when Newland came across, kind of looked like she missed the plate, and Aubrey Leach grabbed her and said, hey, grab that. And Aubrey Leach, obviously familiar with a situation like that at the Women's College World Series.
Against UCLA.
Yes.
With Megan Grant hitting a home run and missing home plate. And the really ironic part about all of that is that Megan Grant was here yesterday. Here at the field.
It's funny, if anyone was going to tell you to touch home, it was going to be Aubrey Leach.
She had her rule book out right next to Karen Weekly. That was UCLA versus Tennessee. 4 million people. That game peaked at 4 million people on ABC. And it was Aubrey Leach with her rule book in the dugout, just at the forefront of it all, trying to make sure that they got that call right.
Sounded like you were playing Clue for a second. Aubrey Leach in the dugout with the rule book and into right center field. Leach right on cue. It's going to score another, and Leach wants extras. She's got a double.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sure these extra base hits feel so good for the Blaze. 2 runs in the first and now 2 runs in the second, answering right back. And I mean, the theme is staying the same between the Bandits and the Blaze. We are seeing a ton of offense. Leach sees that ball get down, and she's thinking 2 all the way. Easily gets in there. 3 doubles in this inning for the Blaze.
She was just kind of cruising, too. She can move. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Sarah Willis's day is going to be done. Frustrating. It's a tough day for pitchers right now in this rain that has continued to fall more and more consistently as this game started. Odyssey Alexander out of the bullpen. It's her 6th appearance of the year, her 5th in relief. Odyssey's having a really good season, 2-1, the 2.68 ERA. She struggled last summer, gave up 36 earned runs in just 31 innings pitched. She's a former Athletes Unlimited champion back in 2023 in that All-Star Cup format that we will see in August. Odyssey takes to the circle, a 3-run deficit, a runner on second, and 1 out for her. Mindset right now for Odyssey out of the pen?
Just come in and throw strikes, do what she does best, and she's been doing a lot well. I mean, opponents hitting just 228 off of her entering this game. As you mentioned, off to a great start this season. Just looked determined. It seems like when her screw and rise are working and being located, everything else moves off of that pitch. She has to be able to go hard into right-handed hitters and locate the outside corner to left-handed hitters in order for the rest of her stuff to have success.
Clearly, the weather not in favor of the pitchers today. We've seen both pitchers bounce multiple balls in where they just do not have a grip on it. The fans are fighting right now. To your point, very few, if any, have left the bleachers.
I'm impressed because I don't know if I could do it.
I know you could do it.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know if I, and I love softball, but I don't know if I could do it.
No, you couldn't.
No.
Texas girl. How many times did you play in the rain?
A lot,
Did
but
you?
I hate
Okay.
water dripping on me like that. I think it's so annoying.
Danielle Gibson Horton, the first batter Odyssey faces, and she jumps ahead 0-2.
And she's going to see a good mix from Odyssey in a sense. It's going to be rise ball that Odyssey throws the most at about 25%, followed by her screwball almost as much at 23%. And her curveball that she's been working this year is an off-speed type pitch at 21%. So between her rise, screw, and that off-speed curveball, she throws it pretty evenly amongst. Changeup following in at 20. So good mix.
Fought off by Gibson Horton.
Throws with good velocity, upper 60s. Sometimes will hit 70 with that rise ball. So up in the zone, 70 miles an hour. Dropping in that changeup at 59.
Sat on that pitch. Tough play for Coffel off her glove. Another run going to come around to score. 5 runs now in the first 2 frames for the Blaze, and still just 1 out.
This is a hard hit ball, by the way. Yeah, that's why it's going to go down as a hit. 75 miles an hour off of the bat. At first, I had written down error, but actually going to go down as a hit. Off-speed pitch that was just barreled up hard by Danielle Gibson.
This is a must-win for the Blaze for a lot of reasons. You've got to win right now to be able to climb back into the standings. You're 7 games back of the Bandits for that second place spot. Even more so now that you've taken this early lead. You're off to a great start. You're already into the bullpen of the Bandits. I mean, you have got to win this game now.
Well, that's been the thing for the Blaze, is not necessarily being in games or coming out and scoring fast and taking the lead. It's just been all about finishing. So this is a position that they've been in often this season.
Gold sits on that pitch. They are really swinging it right now. That goes off Zerkle. Gibson Horton is up to third base, and 2 more in scoring position.
Another hard hit ball. Anna Gold just squares this up very well. Another off-speed pitch that is up and away. It's supposed to be inside, but ends up outside right to her swing pass. 74 miles an hour off of the bat, and that's why as it hits the ground, it just is going to continue to skid off of the turf, and wet turf at that. So continue at speed right into Morgan Zerkle.
Go down as a single for Gold, and advancing on an error on Zerkle as it bounced off of her. 7 hits for the Blaze. Kayla Kowalik reached on an RBI walk with the bases loaded her last trip to the plate. They left a couple out there in the first inning. 2 more. Kowalik lays down the bunt. Nobody home. It's thrown into right field, though. Gibson Horton is going to score. Now Kowalik wants to take off for second. I think they'll trade the out for the run. Gold comes across. And Kowalik absolutely happy about that.
Infield positioning and shifts letting him down a little bit. Great read by Kayla Kowalik, who has so many different tools, and she reads where Aaron Coffel is playing at second base and drops down to bunt. Aaron Coffel with the bunt moves towards second instead of first, and Delaney Wiz, the first baseman, of course, reads the bunt and charges, but Aaron Coffel moves towards second base, and it leaves first base completely open as Jordan Roberts thought that she was going to be there. And then second base was left open. Nobody covering second base. So Kayla Kowalik saw that. You could tell she was thinking about it early, and maybe made the decision to go a little bit late, and then her teammate, you could see her looking at it, trying to figure it out. Her former teammate, Erin Coffel, ends up catching up with her, but still scores another run.
You gotta be on your toes if you're on a gold there too, because if gold isn't going, that's a totally wasted out, but they were aggressive and it paid off in a big way. It is 7-1, or excuse me, 6-1. Clark, call it a foul ball. She's kind of flexing her hand. There's a single for Kowalik in the air on Roberts. Helps the run come around. It is 7-1, by the way. I second guessed myself. 7-1, 5 runs here in the second inning.
I think that's because you're confused, because our stat broadcast is 6-1. Now the scoreboard at the field says 7-1. So, oh, there we go.
Clark fouls it back. 0-2 count. Rain still falling in Rosemont. Still have another game to play too. Do the Volts and Talons, based on the weather situation currently, you are probably thrilled that you're not playing the first game today.
Let's see what the rain does the rest of the day. It's been rainy all day.
That one bounced in from Odyssey. They have quadrupled their hit total from yesterday. They've matched the free passes they earned yesterday with 2.
This is big time for them with the extra base hits that they've put together. We talked about 3 doubles in this inning. They're last in the league in terms of home runs, so don't have as much pop as the Talons or the Bandits in terms of home runs. So this is a way that they're going to be able to capitalize on their power.
They entered the week tied for second in doubles, tied for first in triples. Home runs last by a ways. Mention their players. That goes off of Odyssey. Clark's got good speed. She's going to make it to first base. Hopefully Odyssey's okay.
All right, if it got her hand.
Number 17,
Hopefully they got more of her glove than her right hand.
Blaze hitters, I mentioned, just had 2 plate appearances apiece last night. They are going to come to the plate 3 times, or excuse me, they will all have come to the plate 2 times by the end of the 3rd inning at the latest. Most of them have already done so. This is the 7-hole Anissa Urtez. Grounded out to end the 1st inning. Still looking for her first home run of the season. This is high to left, not gonna have the distance though. Dayton under it to make the catch in left field for out number 3. 5 runs across in the second. It is 7-1. The Blaze in need of a win, on their way.
All right, hold on. We're going to keep going. I hope you didn't lose the ball.
7 runs on 9 hits in the first 2 innings for the Blaze. They lead the Bandits 7-1. With more on the Blaze, we go to Savannah Collins.
Well, the Blaze pitching staff has been bit by the injury bug. So during the break, head coach Elisa Goller was talking within her staff about what arm they could go out and get. So they thought back to the top 16 teams from the 2025 collegiate season and the pitchers who led them to the postseason, and that led them to Aaliyah Benford. She was actually on vacation in Pensacola, Florida with some of her Ole Miss teammates when she got the call from the Blaze. Quite a change from the sunny beaches of Florida to make her debut in this rain, but she said it was an absolute yes. She wanted to play pro, and just a couple days later had to cut the vacation short, and now she's here in the Zerkle.
And I know you wanted to say vacay, Savannah, because those were the types of vibes that Aaliyah Binford was in. You're done with softball, you're hanging with your teammates, you just had an incredible season. You're probably out on the beach listening to the ocean, the waves. Like, just imagine the mindset that Aaliyah Binford was in, and then she gets this call and is like, oh boy, my plans are about to change. So you go from, all right, I got to end this vacay. I was on vacation, and now I'm here as a professional softball player. It's so interesting, and a great story for how they came about to think about who they could add to their team that would make a difference.
Well, we talked about it with some of these players who are out of the reserve player pool. Jalen Alchin's one that comes to mind for the Talons, who is potentially going to lose her spot if Maya Brady returns from the injured reserve list. But Alchin's been one of the best players in the league. And she even told us, like, she feels like she's showing people just for next year when they expand to 6 teams, hey, I belong, I deserve a spot. Could be the same story for Aaliyah Binford, who thought her career was over 5 weeks ago. But here she is with an opportunity on a team that needs pitching desperately to show that she belongs in this league. And who knows, maybe we'll see her for the remainder of this season and then next. Into center field, Andrews over to make the catch for the first out.
There's such great stories of these athletes who we see play on an everyday basis overcoming injuries. And Aaliyah Binford was one of those players that tore her ACL a couple of years ago whenever she was at Baylor. Remember, that's where she started her career and then entered the transfer portal in December of her senior year and didn't get to Ole Miss until January. So she was only there at Ole Miss for a few months and made that type of impact. And when you look back at Ole Miss season, I don't think that they would have been at the Women's College World Series without Aaliyah Binford, and she was a bit of a last-minute add, not only for what she could do in the Zerkle, but plugged right into the middle of their lineup as their 3-hole hitter and was very productive offensively, too.
Yeah, not just the pitching. She was clutch offensively down the stretch. Jamie Traxel talked about her transferring mid-year, said it's not easy to do, but she's got an attitude that she's just going to be herself. Said it would have taken a lot of people time to feel comfortable, but not Aaliyah Binford. Kind of get the feeling that fits right here, too. Jumping in the middle of the season on a team who's having a tough go of it. Could she make a difference? This is a matchup from regionals this year in Tucson. Devin Netz against Aaliyah Binford when Ole Miss went to Tucson and upset the Wildcats. Ahead of Nets 0-2, just outside.
So some familiarity here. We were calling this matchup not too long ago when Ole Miss was in Tucson playing Arizona. That familiarity piece is super interesting. Like, you just think about, that wasn't like 3 years ago that they played. Like, that was just a few weeks ago that they played. And completely different uniform and state and for a different purpose, and now here they are facing off against each other.
Got her out in front. Binford has not been a sight that Devin Netz has wanted to see much of.
Her first pro strikeout right there on her favorite pitch. Her changeup gets Devin Netz well out in front of that pitch.
Jordan Roberts, the Bandits catcher, with 2 outs and nobody on. Jumps ahead 0-2. The rain has stopped. Aaliyah Binford has jumped ahead of these first couple hitters, first 3 hitters this inning. Having issues with the grip here in the second.
She was pitching through some pretty hard rain in that first inning, too. You think about how impressive it was for her to only give up 1 run in that first inning despite the conditions. And the other condition is not just the rain, but it's the first inning that she has pitched on a new team, wanting to prove yourself, wanting to go out and put your best foot forward, and not in the best conditions.
There's a good chance she didn't throw a pitch for that whole month. I mean, why would you have just thrown a bullpen? Probably didn't throw a pitch for 4.5, maybe 5 weeks.
You know, sometimes that can be a good thing. You know, she pitched so much in season, that little bit of a mental and physical break can really help you, and then you go back out to pitching again, and sometimes it feels more normal than you think it's going to when you take that long of a break.
Walks Roberts after getting ahead 0-2. So what you're saying is you should be ready then. You've had a big break.
Yeah, I don't think it quite works the same, but I'm sore just thinking about pitching right now. Like, just even thinking about even throwing some BP to one of these teams, I get sore. I just got sore.
The last time you threw a pitch on a field, was it like a first pitch?
Yeah, that would have been a first pitch, but like a real pitch in like a game?
Sure.
2008. No. It's crazy.
Where did that first pitch land?
The last one that I threw was a strike.
Okay. What was the other one?
The first one has not yet landed. It was an accidental rise ball that went over the catcher's head. Thanks so, Chucky. I appreciate you bringing that up again.
It was our director, Brad Sheldon, who
I had a feeling.
enlightened me. 1-2 from Binford to McKenzie inside ball 2.
Good pitch to throw that in the back foot. Even better take by sending McKenzie to keep her barrel back.
McKenzie stays with that pitch into center field. Back-to-back base runners here with 2 outs.
Good job just staying on this changeup that is about a ball off of the plate, and she still is able to get her barrel to that pitch. Great piece of hitting by Sid McKenzie.
Looked like a 1-2-3 inning on tap when Jordan Roberts fell behind 0-2, but battled back to walk. Now McKenzie with a base hit, and it's back to the top of the order with Morgan Zerkle. 0 for 1, fouls that straight back. Zerkle didn't start swinging it from the left side of the plate till she was a junior in high school. Looks like a good change. They hold Roberts at third and load the bases with 2 away.
You can tell that these hitters are starting to just key in on pitches that are down in the zone. That's one thing that Aaliyah Binford won't do is throw much up. So about belt high, that pitch that you see is really the highest that Aaliyah Binford will throw these pitches at, and then below. And Jordan Roberts is going to get held at third base with where they're at in their order. Give Skylar Wallace a chance to swing the bat with the bases loaded, not risk getting thrown out, and stop this momentum.
The Bandits are a great offensive team. They get better and better the more times through the order. When you look first, second, third, those numbers skyrocket the second and third time through the batting order. This is the second time through. Skylar Wallace had an infield single her first time at the plate. There's the ranks for the Bandits in the league. Tops in a number of the main categories, including 21 home runs. Skylar Wallace has that type of power for sure. She watches strike 1. 26th pitch of this inning after 20 in the first frame. Two and 1.
Skylar Wallace had reached in every game of the season until last night. 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts, but then came up with a hit in her first debut today and scored a run.
This is high danger territory right here. 3-1 to Wallace. A 6-run lead could change in a big way, and they walk Wallace to score the second run of the game for the Bandits.
Pitch before looked like it could have potentially been a called strike. I think that's honestly what Aaliyah Benford is talking to Kayla Kowalik about. Like, hey, that pitch before could have easily gone your way. It didn't. Let's see what Lisa Goller is going to do, if they're going to take her out and bring in somebody else.
Good move.
I would mix it up right now.
This falls into that category of just dangerous. Second time through against the Bandits is dangerous for any pitcher in this league. You got a rookie who, pretty good start. You'll take 2 runs here, and obviously she's going to be responsible for these 3. There's 2 outs in the inning. Chance to really limit the damage here and bring in a veteran, Alicia Ocasio, out of the bullpen.
Sure, she's pleasantly surprised with the outing after not pitching for a few weeks, and got a quick 2 outs in this inning. It looked like she was going to cruise, and then that walk by Jordan Roberts, who's been seeing the ball well. She drew 2 walks last night, then a walk here tonight to start this little bit of a rally, but definitely the best time for a pitching change is now to bring in Alicia Ocasio just to give them a different look and try to get an out here.
Ocasio was the 5th overall selection in the AUSL inaugural draft. 2nd pick by the Blaze behind Carly Hoover. She struggled a little bit this season. 2nd most used arm on the team, but an ERA just south of 8. Looking for a better second half for the Blaze.
Lean on her rise ball the most at this point in the season. Bit of an off-speed pitch there where she drops it down to 62. Throw her drop ball the hardest. Changeup and curveball. She spins the ball very well, varies her speed. Really great spin that she puts on these pitches. It's going to be all about location for her, locating that spin and movement.
Some pretty recent history between Alicia Ocasio and Erin Coffel. The 11th game of the season, right before the break. Blaze up 7-5 in Wichita. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. They pitched to Coffel. First pitch, hit it over the wall and changed the game, took the lead. The Bandits went on to win that game. The Blaze would come back the next day and win, but this is an even more dangerous situation, and there's nowhere to put her this time with the bases loaded. 2 outs. 5-run Blaze lead inside, almost got Coffel, who leads the league in hit by pitches with 9. Already an RBI triple today. She had a hit and 2 chances yesterday and was hit by 2 pitches. Her former college teammate, Kayla Kowalik, calling the pitches behind the plate. Coffel ahead 3-0. So Kowalik calling pitches, Coffel at the plate. And their former head coach at Kentucky, Rachel Lawson, in the stands. Probably a little nervous right now, you would think.
Christine Himes, associate head coach, next to her. So one wearing a Blaze hat and one wearing a Bandits hat as Iakopo gets an RBI on that walked-in run. So spreading the love out a little bit amongst the coaching staff.
Rachel Lawson said they planned one of their recruiting trips around being here because they knew Coffel and Kowalik were going to play each other today.
Saw Courtney Dykle, the Arkansas head coach, here last night. Also some current and former members of the LSU coaching staff. I'm sure here to support Howard Dobson and Danica Coffey, Sierra Briggs, Allie Newland.
Right side, that gets through. Nichols Camarena drives in one. Another one coming across in the form of Wallace. The Bandits right back in this game.
Not a well-struck ball at all, but Aubrey Leach is moving toward more of the middle of the field. That's where she's starting and kind of taking a step more back that way. And Bubba Nichols just able to beat this shift, gets a little bit jammed, finds a hole, and the Bandits are just right back in this.
Strike one to Delaney Wiz. And they responded with 1 run after the Blaze scored 2 in the first. They have now responded with 4 runs after the Blaze scored 5 in the second. They're just a little off the pace, but well within striking distance. Wiz is down 0-2. They've been so good at starting. I mean, they've been great really all year in every inning, but plus 13 in the first couple frames.
I mean, we've had scoring in every half inning so far, which is on pace with what these two teams gave us in the 4-game series. Again, hitting .361 collectively between both teams.
This is into left center field. Otis over to make the catch and end the second. The Bandits just one shy in the first frame and the second. They trail by 2 after 2 innings. Well, 57 runs combined in that 4-game series, 79 hits. We are continuing that trend. 12 runs in the first 2 innings combined, 14 combined hits, and the Blaze lead 7-5. This was a 7-1 lead for the Blaze heading to the bottom of the second. Great crowd here in Rosemont. Another sellout. They are braving the weather for the most part. A couple of, I think, been hiding under the bleachers maybe for a little bit.
They get to come to another game after this, so they better not go too far away. And a whole nother game after this with 2 different teams that they'd get to see.
Big game too. Volts taking on the Talons. They already got one back on the Bandits with a win yesterday. The Volts, though, could now get one back on the Talons. You're gonna have plenty of opportunities, these 2 teams that are trailing, to crawl their way up the standings. Allie Newland falls behind 0-2.
It feels like a fresh start for Odyssey Alexander and the Bandits after they answered back with that 4th spot in the bottom of the 2nd inning. She gets to start a fresh inning instead of entering in relief after the Blaze really had some offensive momentum, and she finds herself entering with runners on. See if she can come out sharp after they just punch right back.
Two. It is equally as important for the Blaze to get 1 or 2 here and have a response of their own. Blaze are 1-4 this year when scoring 6 or more runs. Newland into center field. Zerkle fell down, but gets it in quickly enough to keep Newland at first. Sign up for the AUSL newsletter to be the first to know the latest Athletes Unlimited Softball League news, trades, and more. Visit the AUSL.com to sign up for the AUSL newsletter today.
I didn't know we had that. I'm going to sign up for that. Only the one trade that we have seen so far, and the trade deadline is July 11th. So coming up, I wonder if we'll see any last-minute trades. There's the Sierra Briggs trade for McKenzie Clark.
You got one? You thinking of one or something?
I bet you are. You
always
scheming and thinking about the
scheming.
trades. Or if the GMs are. That's what I want to know.
Lee Andrews trying to lay down the bunt. Leah had the soft ground out to Willis back in the second inning, or back to Odyssey actually in the second inning. One up and in, and Aaliyah does get that down. Thrown into right field. Newland up to third. The Blaze back in business.
I do not know how that ball didn't hit Aaliyah Andrews. It went through her legs and it just died out in front of the left-handed batter's box. But look how her left leg went around it. It went in between her legs and did not hit her. And then with her speed, Jordan Roberts having to also throw around her. A difficult throw for Jordan Roberts to throw that ball to first base with the batter runner.
Aaliyah takes second between her legs, drops the bat too right behind it.
There's a lot going on right in that small little area. Top of the lineup up for the Blaze, and Corby Otis has been hot.
Otis into center field. Zerkle has it. It's going to bring another run across. There is a response from the Blaze quickly.
Good execution by Otis. Drive this ball in the air to the outfield. She has had 14 hits in her last 11 games. In that leadoff spot, it's just been hot.
Hard hit ball by Leach. That's into right center field. Cut off by Zerkle. Leach trying to get to second again, and she will. That's 3 hits now for Aubrey Leach in 3 innings, 2 of them for extra bases.
Yeah, top of the lineup getting it done for the Blaze. They were quiet last night. They are not quiet tonight. 6 of the runs for the Blaze have been scored by the 1 through 4 hitters. This is another RBI for Aubrey Leach. Second double of the game. She is stepping up big time as the rest of the top of the lineup for the Blaze has been doing. It's a well hit ball.
Nine runs, first 3 innings for the Blaze. Still just 1 out. Lisa Goller has to be loving what she's seeing right now. Former tremendous hitter in her own right, as a 3-time All-American at Georgia. Danielle Gibson Horton, RBI single. She was the first batter to face Odyssey when she entered the game. Pops this up on the infield. A much needed out number 2.
I think if you're the Blaze, you have to have the mentality every game that you just have to continue putting runs on the board. With the amount of runs that their pitching staff have given up this year, they've already seen that that's been tough for them to finish games and be able to shut down offenses for 7 innings. So the best remedy to that is just to continue to score. Try to continue to put this game out of reach. The mentality of, if we're going to score, if you're going to score 11, we're going to score 12. If you're going to score 15, we're going to score 16. And that's the mentality that you see them fighting with today.
Fouled back by Anna Gold. Lee's had 4 doubles in that first half finale win over the Bandits. They've got 4 more doubles today. Bandits a little shakier on defense recently. 5 straight games with an error. Today they have 3. It's a season high.
Yeah, it's definitely something that has stuck out to me. It's just not being their sharpest on defense, whether it's not covering a bag, bags being left open, throws and pitches getting away from people.
Just landed.
I think that was my first pitch that I threw.
There it was. That wasn't Anna Gold.
Oh, she's so excited. Yay.
2-2.
She's in such an interesting spot over there down the left field line, you know, with her dad at one of these high top tables, and she's probably, I don't know, I'm just speaking for myself. I would not want to be watching the game from that far away. I would imagine like maybe her dad pulled her over there, they're grabbing a bite to eat. She's probably she thought no way she's going to get a foul ball or see any type of action over there. And now she gets a present.
There's less competition over there, too. That one's going to be in the parking lot.
She's ducking again with the ball in her hand. She saw that one come over, and she was like ducking, trying to get out of the way. She's still eating her pizza. Dad's got his blue poncho on and the bucket hat, having beverage. Just making the most to the time of the ballpark despite the rain. I love it.
Another 2-2. Gold goes the other direction, this time off the netting. 2 hits for Anna Gold, couple singles already in the game. Scored in the second inning. I'd love to bring another one across for the Blaze. Mentioned it, they are 1-4 when scoring 6 or more runs. They've lost games while scoring 12, 8, and 7. Their lone win when going above that number was against the Bandits, 11-3. The last game of the first half of the season. 2-2, popped up, this one playable for Wiz over at first base. Makes the catch to finish off the inning. 2 more runs across. Anna Gold back at third base. We'll talk to her live in the field. Last night, Anna Gold, I don't know if it's the best play of the year, but one of the most fun plays of the year, just stumbling and just rolls it across the field essentially for the out. Anyway, you got to do it.
It's a athletic / interesting, maybe purposeful play. I can't wait to ask her about it and what was going through her head and how that play all ended up.
Anna Gold in her first season, New York native, played her college ball at Duke, 3-time All-Conference, a very athletic family that she comes from. Her brother was a 5th-round pick in the 2022 draft. Her dad and mom both were college athletes. Dad played baseball, mom played basketball. She's a baller. I mean, I feel like that's one of the best ways to say what Anna Gold is on the field at third base offensively, and has a fantastic glove at third base. We're joined in the field live. Anna with us. So we just showed the play from last night. You kind of stumbling across the field. Can you take us through that, please? It was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, my feet kind of got caught under me a little bit, and I didn't want to give up on the play, so I just tried to get the ball going into first base direction, and it got there in time. Just happy to get the out.
Bella Dayton leading off the inning. Perfectly placed for a base hit. She'll have to hold up at first.
That was a great stop by Anissa Ortez
Good
to
job,
be able
Anissa.
to
Way to
get
get
that
it in.
ball in her glove and not let it take a left turn over toward the fence to keep Dayton at first base. We'll see if she decides to steal here with her speed, as the Bandits, remember, lead the AUSL in stolen bases.
Hey, here we go, so what?
Devin Netz coming to the plate. Anna, also, it looked like as you were making that play last night, like you were thinking, like, can I get my balance? Like, was that part of it? Was like, can I get my footing, or just got to get rid of it?
Here we go, Lee, right here, babe. Sorry, 1 second. I think it was honestly too late for me to get my balance. I kind of gave up on it, but I didn't want to give up on the play. But yeah, my feet completely slipped under me.
Popped up, Ocasio makes the catch for out number 1.
Hey, way to come back right there. Let's go, we got 1. We're gonna turn it right here. Yeah, it's me, you.
Anna, where does your great glove come from and your love of defense?
Yeah, my dad played baseball. Both of my brothers played baseball, and I did a lot of defense with them growing up. A lot of infield drills, and just a lot of deliberate practice, working on glove work, feet work, footwork, just all of that, and it all comes together. A lot of reps, quality over quantity for sure.
Pinch hitter coming to the plate, Mary Iakopo out of Texas, going to get a chance here for Jordan Roberts. Anna, the stage is yours right now. You've got a great family of athletes, but nobody gets to talk on TV right now. Are you the best athlete in the family?
It's debatable for sure. Up! Good, Lee. Way to get in there. Good stuff. Atta baby.
Anna, I love that
Let's go. Well, it's a ground ball right here.
I love that you're still talking to your defense while you're talking to us.
Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
We
good.
love to hear it. Definition of
Lee.
multitasking. What has it been like in your rookie season? How would you describe it?
It's been everything I could ever dream of. Really living the dream every single day, doing what I love. Does not feel like a job at all. And just been able to play so free and have fun and glorify the Lord while doing it.
Anyone on the team you've kind of bonded with that maybe you didn't know prior to this season?
Good. Yeah, me and Corby have been getting along pretty good. Might be that, and Emma too, might be that rookie bond. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with them, growing those relationships. Good, yeah, Lee.
Foul ball, full count here to Iakopo.
Good, baby.
After coming off of your college season straight into the AUSL, what did you do on the
Yeah,
break?
Lee, right here, babe. I really didn't have that long of a break. I tried to. Good. Oh, good spot. I tried to stay fresh coming into the season, so I really only took a couple days off. And then I was at Duke during that time, so I was able to train at Duke with my coaches and some of my teammates there, which was helpful. Knees, if she squares, you got. Yeah, Lee, here we go.
Anna, we really appreciate the time. We're going to listen in the rest of this inning.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Good, Lee, atta girl.
Got her hands full with Sydney
Right there,
McKinney
baby.
up right now because of the fact that
Good.
runners at first and second
Yeah, knees,
causes a
got you
force
here.
at third. Sydney McKinney with a lot of different tools up at the plate. She could swing away for some power like she did that first pitch, or bunt
here, Lily,
situation,
you
lay
will.
down a bunt to try to advance the runners to turn over the order.
Swinging this time into left center field. Andrews going to cut it off. It's going to score a run. Iakopo has to stay at second base.
So what?
There has not been a clean half inning
Maybe you will, you
in
will.
the first 6 of them.
There we go.
In the third, both teams hit through the order. And now McKinney with her second hit of the game from the 9 spot. We talked about the big 3 of Sydney McKinney and Morgan Zerkle and Aaron Coffel on this team, and they are stepping up today in a big way.
Got Lily right here, baby. Well.
9 batters have combined,
Okay, what do you say?
or 9 batters total between the two teams have reached at least twice in this game.
Oh,
Here we go, Lee. Here we go.
It's the first game in the AUSL's inaugural season that both teams have scored in each of the first 3 frames.
Here we go, Lily.
how about this power from Morgan Zerkle with the 5 home runs that she's hit this season? That was through 12 games.
Yes, Lee, atta girl. Good.
She hit 13 home runs at Marshall in her 4-year career there. And even with playing with Athletes Unlimited for several seasons in over 100 games, she had 11 home runs total.
Good, atta girl.
She is a pro's pro.
Yeah, Lily. Yeah, knees, got you here.
Finished at Marshall in 2017. She's 8 years out of college and just keeps getting better. Just off the end of the glove of gold, Iakopo scores. Otis didn't get it cleanly in the corner, and McKinney scores.
Damn. Almost had that. Sit. Shoot.
Hard hit ball right past on a goal that we were just talking to. 72 miles an hour off the bat. A line drive just out of her reach that scores 2. And as you mentioned, Otis, a little bit of trouble getting it in, and they're able to score 3 runs already in this inning.
Off speed from Ocasio to Skylar Wallace. Couple Gators facing off here. Didn't cross paths there, but both left their mark on that program. Ocasio ahead 0-2. There've been some opportunities for the pitchers in this game ahead in counts to put batters away. It hasn't happened yet. It goes back to what looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning in the second for Aaliyah Binford. Had Jordan Roberts down 0-2, ends up walking her, and then the wheels kind of fell off. Ocasio ended up coming in. It's another opportunity, though, ahead of Wallace to get out of the inning. That was close.
not gotten the bottom of the zone. Binford faced that, and then Ocasio, a pitch like that just seems like it's vital against a hitter like Skylar Wallace to have that a called strike, and now full count again for Wallace.
Are you good at math?
Sometimes.
What pace are we on right now for runs? It's close to 40.
Think about how important those 2 runs were that the Blaze answered back in the 3rd inning with. I mean, both of these teams just throwing punches. Is it every game that they play each other going to be like this?
Ooh. One more tomorrow, and then they get back here toward the end of the regular season for a couple in Rosemont. Andrews out. That's out number 2. Zerkle into 3rd. Zerkle wants to come home. The throw is in time, and she's out. They are instantly going to challenge this. It was a great slide by Zerkle. The initial call out. Stacey Newman-Denise immediately hands to head for the review.
Can't wait to see this. It was really
Bandits
close.
are challenging the out call at home plate. Play is under further review.
I thought live that she got her hand there, but it was bang bang, just going off of what I saw, and I do not want to be an umpire to make close calls like this, but from up in the booth, I thought she got her hand there. What a gutsy call by Morgan. Zerkle to go. Oh, I think maybe she didn't. I think she did get the tag down. It was super close. I think they got the tag before her hand got there.
And it was almost like she went for the kind of the front of the plate rather than that corner. Like she missed the corner and went to the front of the plate.
Beautiful tag by Kayla Kowalik, puts herself in a good position. This is where also the call on the field is so important because she was called out on the field. Let's see, right? She's out, yeah.
Here's another one for you. They're challenging that, but you have 2 challenges. Obstruction there or not?
You can look at obstruction with this play.
The same one.
Yeah, and she's in a great position. So I personally don't think that it would be obstruction. She's going to be out, I think.
After review, the call on the field is upheld. Sit out.
That's a big one. Great throw from Anissa Ortez and a nice tag from Kayla Kowalik to maintain a 1-run lead. 9-8. We've played 3.
Hit the spa. I love a good spa day. I would binge watching a television show, and I'd have to cut going on a hike.
17 combined runs, 20 combined hits. It's a 1-run game going to the 4th inning, 9-8 in the favor of the Blaze, who have led since the beginning of this game. Would you like a chance to win a custom AUSL Rawlings glove? Now is your chance. Register at the AUSL.com/win. Not a bad prize right there. When was the last time you got a new glove?
I think when I was on the coaching staff at A&M, I got one. That would have, no, I got one a couple of years after that. No, I've gotten a few. I don't know what I'm talking about. Going back to the college days, you get a new glove every year. It's so great. There's some beautiful gloves that these players play with that are custom designs. I said this before, but I would want to copy Alicia Ocasio's glove. I love her glove.
All pink, right?
All pink.
I think I could have guessed that had I not known that it was all pink.
Absolutely. I love the Blaze colors. All the colors are great. You know, they just are all so unique. Great logos and uniforms, but I'm always partial to a little bit of pink.
Top of the 4th. Will the trend continues? If it does for the Blaze, this would be a 5-run inning. Well, they have played in the shortest game and the longest game this season. Hour 30 and almost 3:20. Today, we are past the 90-minute mark.
It's a great stat. Here's another great stat for you.
Okay.
Bandits score a lot of runs. We've known that with their offense. They are 8-0 when they score 6 or more runs.
Something's got to give, because we talked about the Blaze 1-4 when they score 6 or more. That one win, though, came against the Bandits. The Bandits did not score 6. We're going to be updating one of our trends on our sheets today. Iakopo stays in the game behind the plate for Jordan Roberts, so she's now catching Odyssey Alexander. Kowalik fouls it off. 2-2 count to Kayla Kowalik. The Blaze, as you might imagine, with 9 runs through 3 innings, have had their leadoff runner aboard every inning.
Talked about the Kentucky coaches being here, and what's really cool is seeing them with their phone out, taking pictures and taking videos of Kayla Kowalik and Aaron Coffel. Rachel Lawson, Christine Himes next to her, who had her phone out and is up right now. Love it.
Kowalik walks. Speed at first, and they are 4 for 4 getting leadoff runners on.
Two of the best to ever play at Kentucky, Kayla Kowalik and Aaron Coffel.
Coffel, the program's first 3-time All-American. Kowalik, the program's all-time leader in hits, runs, triples, 2-time All-American. Ground ball flipped to second out of the glove of Coffel. That is the 4th error on the Bandits in this game.
It's so surprising to see them play like this, because it just seems like they're in a funk defensively. I don't think they would have been able to turn the double play anyway with Clark's speed, but
Wiz tried to put the tag down, still retires Ortez. Job done as Kowalik is now up to 3rd. Clark at 2nd.
every run in this game, so precious. 2 on base right now. Blaze have to be able to respond here again.
Times we've been in this situation, it just feels like they need to get these 2 across. Odyssey Alexander threw the first pitch to that batter, and I think they're going to make a change. Odyssey will exit.
Like a little Taylor McQuillan action coming in.
She was in the pen earlier. You would imagine that's who they go to.
Have quite a few lefties coming up. The Newland, Andrews, Leach, and Danielle Wharton.
This is the 5th game these 2 have played against each other. McQuillan's, if it is Taylor McQuillan, she has appeared in all of them. Had a 2-0 record in that 4-game series. 6 strikeouts over 6 2/3, and here comes the lefty out of Arizona. An Olympian with Mexico. Taylor McQuillan. As highly as she was picked in the draft, I still think it was great value. The 8th overall pick by the Bandits. She has a 2-0 record on the season, a 3.59 ERA. This is her 8th appearance. 7 of them have been out of the bullpen. So has not thrown a ton of innings, but has been very effective with a 235 opponent batting average.
Love the way that she competes and mixes speeds. Great spin, not going to overpower you with the velocity that she throws with, but coming from the left-hand side, she is such a unique, different look with the way that she spins the ball. McQuillan
could be the difference in this game. feel pretty safe in saying that this score is not going to end 9-8. If she can start to stifle this Blaze offense, maybe, just maybe, Bandits can take control.
Gonna use her curveball the most, and then second most with her rise, changeup, and drop. So can give looks both up and down in the zone. But Chucky, I don't know why you think that the score is not going to stay at 9-8. I don't understand why you would think that.
Expert opinion.
You just have a hunch, intuition feeling there.
Tough spot for McQuillan to come into. 2 runners in scoring position. It's already a 1-0 count to Newland. A lot of lefties coming up in this lineup against McQuillan. Strike 1 to Newland.
Against lefties, opponent's actually hitting .318 against McQuillan, and 179 righties are hitting against her. Interesting numbers, but not a ton to go by quite yet. But just interesting how that's panned out.
Two. Ooh, up and in, got Newland to load the bases.
She has been on base on 3 plate appearances. I remember when we first got the lineup, Ocasio was going to hit in that 8th spot, and there was the last-minute scratch to move Newland into the 8th spot, and boy, has that paid off big time.
Yeah, I would imagine that's going to be a regular occurrence moving forward. Allie Newland earning that spot right now as Aaliyah Andrews swings through that pitch for strike 1. This is a big spot. 1 out, bases loaded, Andrews up, but Corby Otis standing on deck, who has been excellent. Andrews into left field. Is it deep enough? Kowalik has great speed. She will stay put, but Clark off of second base. Run coming home. She's going to score. Tons of speed. Kowalik saves the day. Clark was in trouble. Kowalik noticed it.
Great decision making by Kayla Kowalik. McKenzie Clark didn't necessarily meant to do this, but she went too far off of second base to draw the throw and attention towards second base, and as they gave that to her to try to get the out because she was so far off, got herself in a rundown. In the meantime, Kayla Kowalik was able to score. Again, I think she thought Kayla Kowalik was going to go, so she was going to be aggressive and take third, and then when Kowalik didn't go, she had herself in a pickle.
Unorthodox sacrifice fly there.
Yeah, I was going to ask as I go to write that down, is that a sacrifice fly still?
That's how Stat Broadcast has it. I was wondering the same. First and third. It's a slow inning for the Blaze, only 1 run. Can they add to it with Corby Otis? Wait on the off-speed pitch. On pace right now, if this inning ended as it is, for 36 runs and 40 combined hits. Got Otis. And that is the least productive inning for the Blaze. Just 1 in the 4th, but they push that lead back to 2. It's 10-8. Pitchers look away. None of it today. 18 runs between these two teams. We are halfway through this game. It is 10-8 Blaze leading the Bandits, trying to deliver the Bandits their 3rd consecutive loss, and they'll make a pitching change here in this 4th inning. It's the rookie out of Virginia Tech, Emma Lemley, who we saw briefly last night get 2 outs in the 4th frame. Did not allow a hit or a run, walked 1 and struck out 1. Having a solid rookie season. They've had to use her a lot, the most used arm on the team, and this is her 8th appearance with a 5.17 ERA, 9th appearance.
I'm sure they would have liked to have been able to bring her in the 5th, 6th, and 7th instead of in the 4th, but Iakopo was having a tough time getting some outs, so they bring her in and are kind of forced to bring her in with a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 4th to see if they can get some quick innings and quick outs.
First pitch strike to Erin Coffel. Coffel 1 for 1, RBI triple and RBI walk with the bases loaded. Again, these two teams against the Talons and Volts last night had 5 combined hits. Lemley ahead of Coffel.
The one thing that she'll have going for her if she could just throw strikes here is that she's such a different look than what they saw from Aaliyah Binford and Alicia Ocasio. Up in the zone with her rise, incredible movement, not going to change speeds as much as those two pitchers. And this curveball that she's been working has great movement to it. You can see that late tail to it.
So we've already seen Binford, Ocasio, now Lemley. They do have reinforcements back today. Kehlani Ricketts coming back from the injured reserve list, reinstated, so she is available, and that's big news. Veteran left-hander, another one who gives them a different look. It's been out for a couple weeks now. So maybe it's Ricketts down the stretch. Maybe Emma Lemley can settle in. Trying to get Coffel, 2-2, fouled back.
It's a good way to spoil that. That curveball has been her best swing and miss pitch, so she's actually going to throw her rise ball the most, Emma Lemley will, at 46% of the time. Her curveball, second highest amount, 29% of the time, but that is her best whiff pitch at a 28% rate. That is a high swing and miss rate on that pitch.
Continuing to foul pitches off.
It's a tough out right now, spoiling some of these pitches. Emma Lemley is like, wait, this is the first time you're seeing me in this game. You're not supposed to be fouling off all these pitches. I'm throwing you a little bit of everything here.
Another 2-2.
And again, goes to her changeup. So she's fouled off, rise in, curve out, changeup away. And Lemley is like, where do I go now? I would try to expand the zone with that rise ball up and in. Not just letters high, I would try to go shoulder high and see if you could get her to bite at that pitch.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming.
It's all right, it's just a little low.
I have a feeling we're not going to start the next game at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I have that same feeling. Consider it's the bottom of the 4th, and it's almost been 2 hours. Wow.
Ooh, man, that was close. Bounced away from Andrews. Coffel into second. Koffel's going for 3. What should have been a single ends up with Erin Coffel standing on 3rd.
What a great at-bat by Erin Coffel. She fouled off everything, and this was way too close for comfort for how close this came to Emma Lemley. Right over her head. My goodness. Wow. Erin Coffel got to third base, but that likely will go down as an error against Leah Anders. In fact, it did, so a single. Base running by Aaron Coffel, going hard, even with it just looking like it's going to be a single. Picks up that it got away from Andrews, and then picks up her coach, able to get herself to third base.
Yeah, she got about halfway to second and never looked back to the outfield. That was like textbook base running right there.
He's probably thinking too, like, is that gonna be my fourth triple or what? No, it's an error for sure, but ends up at third again. Leads the league in triples. That was 75 miles an hour off of the bat, by the way. I can't even believe how close that was to grazing the top of Emma Lemley's head.
Nichols Camarena down 1-2 in the count, back to 2-2. Again, talked about this earlier, but pitchers counts. Not able to get outs right now, and that's kind of a theme in this game for everyone. Had Coffel down 0-2. 1-2 to Bubba Nichols Camarena. Back full.
Emma Lemley doesn't look too shaken up by that ball being hit right back at her. That stays in your mind for a while. That makes your heartbeat skyrocket. When your brain and your eyes see that ball coming at you and just over your head, it sticks with you. I mean, what do you think? It was an inch? 2 inches, maybe? Half an inch? I mean, I feel like that grazed her flyaways. Well, there aren't very many, but if she did have some flyaways at the top of her head with her hair, it would have grazed them.
Got Nichols Camarena. That is a big pitch right there for Lemley.
Such a good answer back. It just didn't even look like she was phased at all. After that line drive hit right back at her and then goes to her best swing and miss pitch with her curveball. It's a good response.
Outside ball 1 to Delaney Wiz, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Popped up and out of play for strike 1.
Came back out of their hiding spots, by the way, from the rain. So there's most, I would say, what, 80% of the people lasted out here without going to any hiding spot at all. And now the people that left are back in right field too.
Is the rain done for the night?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to manifest yes, it's done.
Strike 2 to Wiz. Bandits last night just 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Today 4 for 8. Another big pitch coming from Emma Lemley.
So many foul balls.
Strikeout of Nichols Camarena was just the second strikeout for a Blaze pitcher in this game. Just the 3rd strikeout overall, as that's bounced in. Wallace keeps track of it.
22 pitches thrown by Emma Lemley, and just 1 out has been recorded. This is just the 3rd hitter that she's faced.
Three and 2.
And especially thinking about the fact that they likely want her to go, or we're planning for her to go through the end of this game. Throwing a lot of pitches in this first inning, giving the Bandits a lot of looks, a lot of foul balls already.
Speaking of, she tried to pull it back over the bleachers, over the railing, but it was just too far beyond the reach there for that fan.
That's why you bring your glove here, you know.
Lemley misses, ball 4.
Did you used to bring your glove to the ballpark ever? To Royals games or anything? Your sister's games?
Probably more likely my sister's, but it wasn't because I was watching. It was probably like playing catch somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
I did get a few balls tossed to me, though.
You did?
Yeah.
At your sister's?
At the Royals games.
Royals games, that's cool.
What kind of youth softball were you playing? You're throwing balls to fans? My goodness.
I didn't
Playing
know
a different brand down in Texas.
I didn't know if your sister had friendly teammates. So I don't think she would probably get
No,
in jail.
not a chance. First and third, 1 out. And an 0-1 count to Bella Dayton. 1 for 6 over the last couple nights. The one hit coming today. She watches that low, and Wiz moves into scoring position at second. Slapped to Ortez. Big out number 2. Emma Lemley 1 out away from the first clean half inning, and she's thrown 28 pitches to the 4 batters she's faced. Devin Nets, the final chance. 2 rookies facing off here. 2 in scoring position for Nets. Takes strike 1.
You can see that, the curveball movement that it has. It really breaks to that corner. See if she can get out of this. It's 1 pitch to do it.
At the inside corner, strike 2.
Pitches in this inning.
She has had every hitter 0-2 or 1-2. Except Dayton, who only saw 3 pitches. One-two from Lemley. Half the pitches have been fouled off.
Feels like it.
32 pitches. I mean, definitely double digits. Easily double-digit fouls. Got her. I think there was 13 foul balls in that inning. Took Lemley over 30 pitches, but it's the first time there's been a 0.5 inning.
They'll take it. Finally, a 0 on the board. Emma Lemley steps in and does it. The Blaze have the momentum.
League is sponsored by Nike. Well, I'm not sure what's going on right there, actually.
Competition with her great MC. Look at her go to pick up the bucket hat that fell off. She always brings so much energy to these games. In Rosemont, she was just actually down in the stands interviewing a fan who named their softball legend, or that they look up to, that are on the field. And she's from Toronto, Canada, all the way here watching this game. Another sellout after sellout in this inaugural AUSL season. It's been so impressive. Everywhere we've gone, the fans have shown up.
One more day here in Rosemont of doubleheaders tomorrow. Those games start early. And then we are off to Omaha. A couple of the teams are off to Seattle. There's also stops in Round Rock, Texas this month, as well as Salt Lake City. And then back here in Rosemont, in Tuscaloosa before the championship series. There's a couple games that week, and then the championship series toward the end of this month. As Aubrey Leach grounds out for out number 1.
Well, and tickets are selling really fast, too. A lot of sellouts at each of those venues. I think Seattle is sold out. Omaha is on its way. Round Rock headed there, too. So if you're a fan, don't wait. A lot of fans wait until the last minute, and then they're unable to get tickets.
Ball one to Danielle Gibson Horton from Taylor McQuillan. That's me. I'm like a day before, like, I want to go.
Yeah, I feel like most people are like that. They don't plan as far in advance, but I feel like you have to if you want to get a ticket to one of these games. So if you're listening and you want to come, you got to get on it. Omaha, Salt Lake City, Seattle, Tuscaloosa, and Round Rock.
Some great facilities for some great programs, too. Omaha has made back-to-back NCAA tournaments recently. Some of the best mid-major players in the country. 2-1 count to Gibson Horton. I was talking to Danielle before the break in their midweek games before they played. She missed last year, had her son Whitley. She was pregnant last summer, had her son Whitley in November. Their husband Mally. And they've been traveling with Danielle. They were in Wichita. I was talking to Danielle. She said, I got about 2 hours of sleep last night. And so she is having a tremendous season. 6 months, 7 months postpartum. Off the handle to Coffel. 2 quick outs here for Taylor McQuillan.
We have a few moms across the USL League. It just takes a lot. It's incredible to be able to get back into it.
Kaylani Ricketts, another one. Has her daughter a lot often. And then Kelsey Stewart-Hunter has 2 kids. She's on the injured reserve list right now for the Volts.
Saw Kelsey Harshman is pregnant. Yeah, saw that on Instagram.
Longtime pro, member of Team Canada as well. Gold fouled that off herself. Taylor McQuillan in the circle added another role for herself in the offseason. An assistant coach at Southern Utah University this year, the pitching coach there. We get to talk to her about that. Seemed like she's enjoying the coaching world. Different.
You can tell that Taylor McQuillan is just a sponge. She soaks up all the pitching things. Really looked into effective velocity a couple seasons ago and just being able to change locations and speed and how that perceived speed is to a hitter in a certain location.
Line shot to Coffel. Taylor McQuillan. 1, 2, 3. Haven't seen that today. This thing might turn around yet.
Amazing work, everybody. Now hold on. Your soft choice is about to play from earlier. Get on your feet and let's all sing along. Now on to go.
Crossing our fingers for sunshine here on out as the Blaze lead 10-8 over the Bandits. And Blaze pitcher Emma Lemley had a full circle moment last week. She threw out the first pitch at the Virginia Little League State Tournament. And that is the field that she played her first ever softball game on at 7 years old. It's where she threw her first pitch. She grew up right behind those fields in Forest, Virginia. What an amazing reminder for the rookie about where she started and how far she's come. Began on the Bedford Metro, and now she's a Blaze.
Look at all the teams lined up in the outfield that are watching this, and I'm sure behind home plate too. What a really cool moment, and one that we'll get to talk about in July and August at the Little League Softball World Series. Remember, Athletes Unlimited will be at the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville, North Carolina. That's at the beginning of August, that first week. So love seeing her back at her roots and where it all started, and for those little girls who are just getting started to get to see her and look up to her and her be a role model to that community.
That's the third year of the AU Pro Games at the Little League Softball World Series. We've had a blast there the last couple of years. Last year was a little bit of a downer because the rain stole those games from us and made the week a little interesting for you as well.
Rain, the hurricane that never ended. I think that was Debbie, if I remember right. Maybe it wasn't Debbie. Maybe I just remember it being a Debbie Downer of how much rain that we got, but it's always a fun event, and regionals are just around the corner for Little League Softball as well.
Iakopo watches that pitch high from Lemley. Mary Iakopo wasn't a member of the team, but got to watch her alma mater, Texas, win the national championship, finished her Texas career in 2022 after starting at Oregon. She goes down. We've had 5 straight strikeouts in this game between these two pitchers, which...
This movement with this curveball is unbelievable right now, and it's why Emma Lemley is having so much success. Look at the movement and the late break and how it brings Kayla Kowalik's glove even further outside. That is her best swing and miss pitch, and that is her 3rd strikeout on the curveball. I feel like that pitch too, when it's located a little bit up versus down, sometimes she'll miss with it down. Like she gets her best swings and misses. That curveball to a righty is, I don't know, maybe about belt high and moving even a little bit more up.
This is the most dangerous stretch in the Bandits order. 9-1-2-3. McKinney, Zerkle, Wallace, Coffel. We showed you the big 3, which you could easily throw Skylar Wallace in there and make it a big 4, but Sydney McKinney with a 4.63 average. Zerkle right behind her. Those 3 players, Coffel, Zerkle, McKinney, entering the week, combining for a 4.56 average, 10 home runs, 40 RBIs.
And everybody in the lineup for the Bandits hit a home run with the exception of Bella Dayton, but everybody else has multiple home runs in their starting lineup.
Got McKinney swinging. That is 4 strikeouts for Lemley.
That's exactly what she needs, exactly what the Blaze needs. And you got to give credit to Emma Lemley for shifting the momentum of this game, putting up the first 0 back in the bottom of the 4th inning, and then the Bandits put up a 0, and now look, a quick 2 outs here with now 3 strikeouts in a row for Lemley.
Morgan Zerkle from Milton, West Virginia, the head coach at Marshall. Takes strike 1. Zerkle, one of the Marshall greats, one of 5 NFCA All-Americans. One of the big names out of Marshall, who was also a pro, Rachel Folden, who was a 4-time All-American there. Zerkle, hard hit. Gibson Horton took the steam out of it. Glove flip, not in time.
Morgan Zerkle, you mentioned it, just a consummate pro, and a couple of hits today, and then another one here. That was 77 off of the bat. Got on Danielle very quickly at first base. We're going to see a challenge to see if actually it wasn't out at first base. It was bang bang, but you can't see where Zerkle's foot is with her camera shot there, where Danielle, whenever she catches the ball. Let's see here. she's got to be safe. This is going to stand. It's close. Bang, bang. Yeah, I think she's going to be safe still. How about the Bandits, though, on their offense responding after being shut out by, or excuse me, no hit for almost 6 innings against Rachel Garcia. They scored in the 7th in that game and then scored in the first 3 innings of this game, so scored in 4 innings in a row.
After review, the call on the field is uphill. Say.
Yeah, 11 runs over that 4-inning stretch before they were shut out in the bottom of the 4th. Trying to get something going here with 2 outs and get back on track. Skylar Wallace going to get an opportunity against Lemley. Wallace, the last batter in the lineup to see Lemley. Runner goes, throw down. Nice pick by Leach, but not in time to get Zerkle.
The speed just playing a big part in this game for the Bandits again, and for Zerkle in particular, just being able to beat out that play at first base and now putting herself into scoring position. Stacey Newpin-Denise using the speed, try to push across a run in this inning.
Fouled out a play by Wallace. It's the 17th stolen base of the season for the Bandits. Lemley calls time with the clock ticking down.
And the Bandits, 4 two-out RBIs in this game compared to the Blaze, who have 0 two-out RBIs. So half the runs that the Bandits have scored have come with 2 outs. And just hitting .571 with 2 outs in general.
Wallace into center, tailing from Andrews, but great range in center field to close the gap for out number 3. Look at the pitchers. Just 1 run in the last 2 frames.
Caramel, coffee, slow pop, swirl.
10-8 Blaze over the Bandits. The offenses have slowed down these last 2 innings, just 1 run combined. The Blaze holding a narrow 2-run lead right now, in desperate need of their 3rd win of the season. This could potentially be 3 straight losses for the Bandits, who hadn't lost back-to-back prior to last night. Fantastic crowd here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. Still 1 more game coming up tonight between the Volts and Talons, one that could have a lot of implications in the standings as the Volts try to crawl their way back into contention for one of the top 2 spots. Five, 6, 7 against Taylor McQuillan, who retired the side in order for the first time in this game last inning. Every ball hit to Aaron Coffel, 1 on the ground, 2 in a line drive form. Inside ball 2 to Kowalik.
Because I was going to say it, sorry. I feel like this crowd is like eerily quiet in between pitches, and like there's so many people here, but like in between pitches, they're just kind of quiet. The first time that we were at Rosemont, I felt like the crowds were just like a little bit more lively a few weeks ago.
Into center field by Zerkle. Kowalik rounds 2nd, headed for 3rd. It's a great start to the 6th inning for the Blaze. Interesting how they rule this, because it was hit so hard, Zerkle just couldn't get to it.
78 miles an hour off of the bat, and with wet turf, it just does not lose speed at all. It doesn't slow down, and Kayla Kowalik, great speed. I think at 3 all the way.
Kowalik has reached all 4 times she's come to the plate. I think her biggest impact in this game has been base running. That was called strike 1. She had that great play in the early stages when no one was on second base. She took off from first to second. That allowed a run to score. She got tagged out, but got a run. And then McKenzie Clark, who overran second base, thought that Kowalik was going to tag up, got herself into trouble, and Kayla Kowalik saved her.
Kayla Kowalik has reached in all 4 plate appearances in a variety of different ways.
Clark down on strikes.
That whole at bat was set up with that first pitch that she just had to dodge and get out of the way, and it was a called strike, and then it was kind of downhill from there. Gets her on the screwball. I'm sure Clark was worried about the inner half that almost hit her from that first pitch, and then she paints the outside corner for the K.
Anissa Ortez drives it to deep right field and over the head of Nichols Camarena. Former Team Mexico teammates Ortez and McQuillan. Ortez wins that battle. Brings home run number 11 for the Blaze.
She needed that. Anissa Ortez is a hitter that Blaze love to get going with more swings and extra base hits like that. There have been so many extra base hits for the Blaze today. Great swing, going with that pitch, just out of the reach of Bubba Nichols out there, but 5 doubles, a triple, so 6 extra base hits for the Blaze today, no home runs.
Ortez reaching base makes it all 9 batters that have come to the plate for the Blaze who have now reached. Kaylee Harding, second-year player out of Florida State, gonna run at second base for Ortez. Newland, first batter to see McQuillan for the 2nd time. She was hit by a pitch her first trip to the plate against Taylor. Fouls that back for strike 1. Newland perfect today. Double, a single, hit by a pitch. She scored twice.
And everybody in the starting lineup for the Blaze has gotten a hit in this game. Many with multiples, so 14 hits total for the Blaze. Combine that with the 4 errors that the Bandits have had, just leading to extra bases and more opportunities for the Blaze to score.
All away by Newland for strike 2. Got her. Strike 3 outside. That was, or is that just strike 2? I thought that was strike 3 on Newland. It is. That's strike 3 on Newland. Should be out number 2. There's some confusion here, but that is a strikeout, even though the pitch was a bit outside. Strikeout number 3 from McQuillan. Leah Andrews' last chance, right at Zerkle in center field on the first pitch. They get an insurance run. A couple more chances for the Bandits. Two innings to play in game 1 of 2 tonight in Rosemont. Blaze looking for a big win. This would be a blow to the Bandits and a big opportunity for the Volts in game 2. As you see, Emma Lemley has come in and been excellent. Just 2 hits allowed in 2 innings, 1 walk, struck out 4. She's thrown a lot of pitches, but no damage done so far against Lemley.
She needs 2 more innings worth, and this is why I just feel like it was such a big deal for her to come into the 4th, what I felt like was maybe an inning too early than they really would have liked, but she's going to have to go against the middle of the order here with Coffel coming up in the 6th, and then fight through the 7th, where the Bandits, are going to show a lot of fight, trying to avoid losing 3 in a row.
This is their best chance. Coffel, Bubba Nichols, Camarena, and Delaney Wiz. First pitch, swinging strike to Coffel. The Bandits still have some cushion in the standings in 2nd place with 9 wins, but the Volts beat them last night, closed that gap to just 4 from 3rd to 2nd. They could get within 3 games tonight if this score holds and the Volts are able to knock off the Talons. Not to mention you're playing the Talons the next couple days, so you can gain directly on the top team in the league as well. 11 games to go for all these teams. Good spot on the inside corner by Lemley for strike 2.
Trying to go maybe right back to that curveball. Against righties, that curveball gets a 33% swing and miss rate. Great eye.
Coffel saw 10 pitches in the first at bat against Lemley. Had 5 straight foul balls before she singled in that at bat. This is skied to deep left, carrying Otis back, finds the wall, can't bring it in. Coffel around 2nd, headed for 3rd, and she is there. There's the triple she was looking for.
My goodness. That was a towering shot. 78 off the bat. As high as it could possibly go. Corby Otis tries to get underneath it and just misjudges it. And it fell fair. Think about that. Great luck for Erin Coffel. That barely fell fair. Another triple for Coffel. She just continues to find herself at 3rd base to start. My goodness. Her and her former teammate Kayla Kowalik both have triples in this game.
Coffel's reached 4 times.
So that's 2 triples in this game for Erin Coffel. And the other time was back in the 4th inning when she led off with a hit that was an error that she still found herself at 3rd base.
Coffel trying to tag up. Otis makes the catch, and they will not test Corby Otis's arm. 1 out. I showed you their head coach, Rachel Lawson, earlier. They're just showing out for their head coach, former college coach, Kowalik and Coffel. They're going to be pleading with her to stay in the stands in the future, too. Things are going well. 1 out for Delaney Wiz. First pitch swinging and smoked foul.
Well, and I feel like, too, Chucky, it's so hard as a right-handed hitter, or as a left-handed hitter, too, but to have a triple to left field, you just don't see that a ton. You more so see it toward the right side of the field because it's a longer throw to get the ball into 3rd base, right? It's a rarity. And Emma Lemley just continues to bear down and work from ahead.
Emma Lemley's an entertainer in the circle. She has the yell when she throws. She's intense.
See, I like the height of that curveball that she just threw into a left-handed hitter where it's kind of going down and in toward their back foot. To the right-handed hitters, I feel like it's most effective when it's tailing a little bit up, just a little bit. It just has such good movement to it.
Another foul ball from Delaney Wiz as she stays alive. Victoria Hayward, the Nevada head coach, last night on our broadcast. Delaney Wiz, one of her assistants at Nevada. They've both worked under Bandits head coach Stacy Newman-Denise at San Diego State. Stacy just finished her 4th year as the head coach at SDSU, 2-time Mountain West Coach of the Year. This year it was Victoria Hayward at Nevada as the Coach of the Year in the conference. You never said who your pitcher was.
No, I was thinking about that earlier. Pitcher who I wanted to see throw a bullpen, right?
Anyone in the history of the sport. Wiz left side, stabbed by Gold, going to first. What a throw by Anna Gold for out number 2.
Great decision, too, by Anna Gold. She thought about going home, but then it was going to be a much tougher throw with Erin Coffel kind of in her way in between her and Kowalik, so she just decides to go to first. And the core strength that it takes to be on your knees on the ground and make that long of a throw is incredibly impressive. The stop, the backhand, throwing from the knees, wow. I mean, she truly is a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year over there at third base. But look at the core strength. To not be able to take a step into that throw, you're on your knees, not as much momentum. I mean, that is extremely impressive. We should make a package of all the different angles that Anna Gold has thrown from in the past couple of games, because last night that she couldn't get her feet underneath her and fell belly down onto the turf, and as she was falling, made the throw to get an out.
And then Dayton goes down swinging. Little ACC duo there of Lemley and Anna Gold making plays, stepping up for the Blaze, trying to finish this game. We welcome you to Rosemont, Illinois, joining this game in progress. It's 11-9. Blaze leading the Bandits. Believe it or not, the last few innings have belonged to the pitchers. It was just an offensive explosion early in this game. 25 combined hits, 20 combined runs in this game. 1 inning to play, though, in game 1. We have one more game coming your way tonight. It's the Volts and Talons, a very meaningful one when you look at the AUSL standings. Beautiful facility here in Rosemont, Illinois. A longtime home of professional softball, back to the days of the Chicago Bandits, to the Athletes Unlimited of old, which we will see in the form of the All-Star Cup, that leaderboard format in August. And this year, the inaugural season of the AUSL has played numerous games here. One more set of doubleheaders tomorrow, and then a couple more games later this month. All roads lead to Tuscaloosa for the first ever AUSL championship, alongside Amanda Scarborough and Savannah Collins. I'm Chucky Kemp. We appreciate you joining us this evening.
Well, it's just been an offensive duel between both of these teams this season. They played each other in that 4-game series.
Otis to right field, carrying toward the bleachers. It's gone. Corby Otis with a big swing and some insurance for the Blaze, her 2nd of the season.
Corby Otis has been electric offensively for this Blaze team. Remember, misplayed a ball out in left field that led last half inning to an Erin Coffel triple that would eventually be a run for the Bandits, and now she steps up and gets that run right back. Opposite field power for Corby Otis. She has the speed, she has the power, she has the eyes. She can truly do it all for this Blaze team, and that is a big answer back with the way that the Bandits have been swinging the bat, not just in this game, but also this entire season, leading the league in all the offensive categories. The Blaze need this win, and they need to keep scoring runs.
How many times have you seen a 21-run game? That's the first home run.
True. And the Blaze have the least amount of home runs of any team in the AUSL. So Add that to their number, make it 8 now for this season. Trying to keep up with the Bandits and Talons and the amount of home runs that they've been putting on the board.
1-2 to Aubrey Leach, low for ball 2.
Yeah, but the offense between these two teams has just been the name of the game. I mentioned that 4-game series. You're going to tell us how many runs scored there were, but I have written down the batting average between these two teams in that 4-game series, and combined they hit 361.
57 runs scored in those 4 games. This is well above the pace.
26 hits in this game, 21 runs.
Leach into right field. Let's go down to Savannah with Corby Otis.
Corby, 2 pitches in, you're able to send that one over the right field wall. What were you looking for? Hunting anything?
Yeah, I mean, I was just hunting the firm speed, and I was just getting my barrel out on time.
This has been an explosive offensive day for the Blaze. How great is it to add on that insurance run, and have you been able to add on to what you've been able to do all game?
I mean, yeah, that's our whole goal, is to try to score every inning, so I think we're doing a good job of that so far.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Corby Otis getting hot at the plate. Aubrey Leach just had the base hit. She's getting hot at the plate. Anissa Ortez, a base hit her last time up. That's someone who can make a difference for this team.
Both teams just needing these wins for different ways. The Bandits finding themselves at the top of the standings as it is right now, just behind the Talons in 2nd place. And they need to win because they're trying to avoid losing 3 games in a row. The Blaze need to win because they're in last place in the standings with that 2-11 record, and just trying to claw their way back into things with a game like this.
Double-digit hits for the Blaze in 4 of the last 5 games. Haven't had Bailey Klingler in either game this week. That's one of the best hitters in the league this season.
All she's doing is hitting 500 as a hitter. It's not a slapper that we're talking about with speed and just beating out some infield singles. That is a pure hitter hitting 500. Great start to the season for Bailey Klingler, and it has been tough that they have not had her for today and yesterday's game.
Hope would be that she returns very soon because she's a Washington product, played for Heather Tarr and the Huskies. They're headed to Seattle this weekend, so you would hope that Bailey Klingler can suit it up back at her alma mater. Spot on the outside corner to get Gibson Horton for the first out. Plenty to play for in the AUSL standings. Talons lead the way. First team to 10 wins. Bandits trying to avoid 3 straight losses tonight. It would mean a ton for the Volts if they were to lose this game. That gap for the Volts that was 5 games back of the Talons and Bandits to start the week could be as low as 3 games after tonight. Potentially you could go to the weekend out of the top 2 spots by just 2 games.
Well, and we still have 1 more game left in this doubleheader. So when this one ends, we'll have a little bit of a break and then turn right back around and have the Talons playing the Volts. Volts need to get in on some wins too, as you see that they're finding themselves at the bottom of the standings. They had a great win last night. Seeing if they can continue that momentum into tonight's game, and the Talons playing very well. Georgina Kowalik going to get the start for them in the Zerkle.
Into left field in front of Dayton. Base hit for Anna Gold.
And that matchup that we have coming up will be Sam Landry versus Georgina Kowalik. Sam Landry, definitely a fan favorite, coming off of her final season playing at Oklahoma, where she had transferred from Louisiana.
There's a good chance we see a little bit different scoreline in game 2 tonight with Kowalik and Landry facing off. Georgina Kowalik has the only complete game shutout in the league.
She's been throwing exceptionally well, going up against a Volts lineup that is just trying to get hot at the bottom of the league in terms of batting average up to this point, which when you look at the roster is quite shocking, but just takes a game like last night and Amanda Lorenz to get hot at the top of their order to start putting that team's offense together. And so that'll be a great matchup. Georgina Kowalik versus the Volts and Amanda Lorenz and company.
Strike 2 to Kowalik. Looking for a new season high in hits for the Blaze. 17 of them. That came against the Talons on June 14th in a game they almost erased an 11-run deficit in. They were down 12-1, came storming back to tie it at 12. But Sidney Romero for the Talons hit a 2-run home run to give them the win.
And for the Blaze, Chucky, it's just been all about being able to finish games. So have a 3-run lead right now. I'm sure they'd like a couple more.
Backhand by Coffel, glove flip to Wallace. They get the force. First and third with 2 outs.
Defense has not been particularly sharp for the Bandits tonight, but this is a great backhand by Aaron Coffel to her shortstop, Skylar Wallace. Keeping a runner out of scoring position there, and most importantly, getting that second out.
McKenzie Clark has 1 hit tonight. She's driven in a run with a sacrifice fly back in the first. 0-1. Clark played her college ball at Clemson for a brand new program. Came on as a freshman in 2021 as a first-team All-ACC nod, had 59 or more hits in all 4 seasons. Super consistent. Into right field, foul territory for Nichols. Camarena makes the play. One last chance, though.
Well, they were able to get that run that they had given up in the bottom of the 6th inning to the Bandits, right back with 1 swing by the rookie, Corby Otis. Opposite field power gives the Blaze a 12-9 lead.
Three outs away from a Blaze victory, something that has been elusive in this inaugural AUSL season, but they lead the Bandits 12-9 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 17 hits for the Blaze, 11 for the Bandits in front of a packed house at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. And a pitching change. Emma Lemley's day is done. 3 scoreless innings for her. It's going to be Elena Vaughter in a save situation to try and close it out. Vaughter from Kansas City, Missouri, played at Stanford and then at South Carolina. Threw 3 1/3 last night in the start, gave up 9 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them earned, and struck out 5.
Sure, Corey McMillan's coming to the plate thinking that she was going to hit off of her old teammate at Virginia Tech, Emma Lemley. But Blaze bringing in Elena Vaughter. Completely different look in the sense that she is going to be all down. So Emma Lemley with the rise ball, great spin. She had a really great outing that the Blaze absolutely needed from her. She came into the 4th and threw really well, and then bring in Elena Vaughter to close this thing. 4 pitchers that the Blaze have used in this game.
That was pitch number 301 of the game as Vaughter gets the fly out to center field. Out number 1.
Relia Binford started this game. Got selected from the reserve pool, her pro debut to start this game from Ole Miss. And then Alicia Ocasio entered in and gave up some runs. Emma Lemley settled things down, and now Elena Vaughter trying to get the save. We saw her yesterday at the start in last night's game.
Now batting
Iakopo. Struck out her last trip to the plate, replaced Jordan Roberts behind the plate in this game for the Bandits. Has walked and scored a run as well. Elena Vaughter, a late arriver after playing her first season in Japan this year. Hard hit over the head of Ortez for Iakopo.
Well, and that's a really big swing by Iakopo, because now you have a chance to turn over top of the order for the Bandits.
Let's check in with Savannah.
Well, last night the Bandits were scoreless all the way up until the 7th when they put up a 3 spot, and head coach Stacy Newland Denise talked about how getting that momentum back, even if it's in the final frame, is crucial. She wants to see her team be able to put up a fight at the end, make some noise offensively, and she's hoping they're able to find that momentum again right now.
But they knew they'd be challenged in the second half of the season. We talked about that yesterday for the Bandits. The first half, everything just kind of went to plan, whether it was pitching plans or this lineup dominating.
Yeah, and you're up with essentially your co-leadoff hitter with Sydney McKinney up, hitting in the 9-hole, and then Morgan Zerkle on deck. They have been 2 of the hottest hitters on the Bandits, 2 of the hottest hitters in the league. Very similar hitters, too, both from the left-hand side with a little bit of pop and speed game.
Into left center field, it's going to get down for McKinney. She's headed for second. Iakopo up to third base. That'll turn the lineup over and bring up the tying run.
And she's part of what we're calling the big 3 on this Bandits team with Sydney McKinney, Morgan Zerkle, and Erin Coffel. The numbers that they have put up have been extremely impressive. Look at their numbers combined, hitting over 400, 20 extra base hits. This is entering the game today, by the way. They've added to that today. 41 RBIs compared to the rest of the team, hitting 282 and almost just a couple more extra base hits, and they have more RBIs between those 3 players. So Morgan Zerkle due up now, their leadoff hitter, and turning over the top of the order. Skylar Wallace would come up, and Erin Coffel in the hole.
Zerkle, McKinney, and Coffel all have extra base hits today, the only ones on the team, so they've taken the lead in that extra base hit category as well. 30 combined hits in the game, the most in any game in the AUSL this season.
And I hate to second-guess pitching changes after the fact, Chucky, but I just really thought Emma Lemley was rolling. And I was surprised to see her not come back out for the 7th inning and put Elena Votter in. That's nothing against Elena Votter. It's just the fact that Emma Lemley was throwing so well and had 5 strikeouts, and her short outing was getting a lot of swings and misses. Just, she was on a roll. I couldn't believe that she didn't come back out here for the 7th inning.
Part of it, too, where she was in the order, it was 7, 8, 9, who she had struck out, all of them, in her only appearance against them. It had been Devin Netz. Now, this time it was going to be a pinch hitter in Corey McMillan, but they were teammates in college. They know each other well.
Bolt's anxious to get back out on the field and play their game of the doubleheader next.
Zerkle fights off that pitch.
Remember, it has been all about the Blaze's lack of ability this season to finish games. And they have a perfect opportunity here, but the Bandits aren't going to go down easy, trying to avoid losing 3 in a row.
This is the league's home run leader.
Swinging it well, and you have to be careful if you go inside. Both her and Sydney McKinney have proven that they can punish that inside pitch, so oftentimes getting pitched on the outer half.
Slow roller to Ortez, not a chance to get Zerkle. Iakopo scores, and this is a 2-run game.
Speed, too, is what crushes you with Morgan Zerkle and this Bandits team. Zerkle has reached 4 out of her 5 plate appearances, and a couple of those times has been because of her speed being able to reach like that play.
One out, Skylar Wallace takes strike 1.
All of a sudden, I just got really nervous in this game, knowing that Skylar Wallace is coming up, Erin Coffel is coming up. A lot on the line for both of these teams.
Votter jumps ahead 0-2. Winning run at the plate. Skylar Wallace, the first position player the Bandits selected in the draft. 11th overall. Hard hit, left side, Gold diving, trying to get the runner on the baseline and can't. McKinney ran around her. Aubrey Leach is saying she was out of the baseline. Lisa Goller now wants to have a word with the home plate umpire about it.
She has 3 feet her base path, and I thought that was pretty far out of the baseline. It's hard to tell from this angle to see just how far away she went. What a stop by Anna Gold, who has had such a good glove defensively over there at the hot corner. My goodness, and now bases loaded for Erin Coffel, who arguably is going to be considered at this point in the season. It's still early, but for MVP type honors with the way that she swung the bat, and there is nowhere to put her.
We talked about that game late in the first half. It was the second to last game of the first half, 7-5. There's a base open for Erin Coffel coming to the plate. They did not walk her. This time they don't have that chance. Last situation, she had a home run to take the lead that ended up deciding that game. Nowhere to put Coffel. Tying run at second, winning run at first.
Be huge if the Blaze could turn a double play. Bases loaded, a lot of different opportunities to do so with the bases loaded, but middle infield is playing back, knowing that Vaughter is a ground ball pitcher, throws more of a drop ball, so gets a lot of ground ball out. So Ortez and Leach playing back, looking for that double play. Ortez kind of actually started to creep in a little bit, to be honest. Leach playing a little bit further back. Can't wait to see how they play this if the ball is hit to them. Trying to cut down that runner at home or try to get the force out at 2. On a goal, playing really far back at third base.
1-2. Popped up, that gets out of play.
I mean, entering this game, Erin Coffel came in with an over 1,100 slugging percentage. Her OPS approaching 2,000. That is how fierce of a hitter she has been this season.
Another 1-2 to Coffel. Fouls it off herself. She has fouled off more pitches in this game than most batters have seen.
Tough out, I'll tell you. She has reached in every plate appearance. I feel like I've said that for quite a few people, or 4 out of 5 plate appearances. There's just been a lot of offense in this game.
Coffel didn't get all of that to Ortez. Out number 2.
That's the biggest out of the game right there.
Last chance, Bubba Nichols Camarena, the veteran out of UCLA. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. The Bandits have beaten the Blaze once this year after falling behind 6-1. They won the game 9-7. That was the one Coffel had that home run in. They trailed 7-1 going into the bottom of the second today.
To be so careful here too, because Bubba Nichols has 10 hits on the season, 11 hits now on the season. About half of them have been for extra bases.
This might be the 3 fastest players on the Bandits on the base paths too. McKinney, Zerkle, Wallace.
With Wallace over there, of course, being the winning run.
1-2, 1 strike away for Vaughter. Nichols, deep to center, not going to be enough. Clark under it, and the Blaze hang on. No lack of drama in the 7th inning for the Bandits this week. They did the same thing last night, almost coming from behind, That is 3 straight losses for the Bandits and a massive win for the Blaze.
32 hits in this game, 22 runs, and the Blaze still come away with a win, and they're able to finish. They needed that win.
Still one more game tonight. Volts and Talents for those of you watching on ESPN2. That game coming up in about 20 minutes here in Rosemont, Illinois. Volts, Talents, big chance for the Volts. For Amanda Scarborough, Savannah Collins, and our entire crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. We'll see you later.